Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll be going over all of the operator mod attachments in zombies, showing you how they all work, and then ranking them from worst to best. So without further ado, let's begin. Alright, so the first one we have is strictly for the Maddox. It is called Echo Fire, and this operator mod pretty much turns the Maddox into a 2-round auto burst weapon. It also takes up 2 attachment slots just like all the other ones, and it technically is a rapid fire mod since you can't just hold down the trigger. But just know the downside to this attachment is the insanely increased recoil. Moving on, we have the Bayonet, and this operator mod is strictly for the Vapor XKG. The operator mod gives you a blade that is attached to the bottom of the weapon's barrel, allowing you to melee quicker, plus the blade itself is a lot stronger than the one you spawn in with. The downside to this mod is that you will most likely get this weapon around round 8 to 10, therefore making the blade useless as the zombie's health will prevent it from killing with one hit melee. Next up is the Wildfire mod, which sadly is only for the Spitfire. This mod doubles the fire rate of the weapon, allowing it to pretty much empty the whole clip in about 2 seconds. And yes, you heard that right, 34 bullets gone in just 2 seconds. Now of course there's going to be some downsides to this mod, one of those being the increase in recoil, slowed down movement speed when shooting, and the last one being how fast you run out of ammo. This next mod really changes up the weapon for me, and that is the dual wield mod for the SOG 9mm submachine gun. Normally I would never touch this weapon, but now that you can have 2 of them, the gun is a lot more fun to use, and it's obviously twice as strong, although it does start to lose damage at around round 20 to 25. As for the downside to this mod, there really aren't any at all. Now for this next mod, I'm not really going to go over it because all it does is change the GKS from a fully automatic weapon to a 4-round burst, allowing it to be more viable in long-range gunfights, and that, boys, is completely useless in zombies. So let's keep it going. Onto the cordite. This mod is called Belt Feed, and it removes the ability to reload the weapon, and instead it just takes ammo from the reserve, allowing you to shoot constantly without reloading. Now this is fairly overpowered, so there is one downside to this mod, and that is overheating. This will occur if you shoot for long periods of time without stopping, and what that will do is make you wait for the weapon to cool down before you can start shooting again.
I'm not really here, and you're not really cheering for me. But damn it, this is my hallucination! Ha! You call that a fire?
Moving on to the tactical rifles, we're going to go ahead and speed through them since none of these mods have downsides and are pretty straightforward. So for the Swordfish, you get a mod called Pencil Burst, which turns the weapon into a 5-round burst instead of a 4-round burst, plus some additional ammo. For the ABR-23, you get a mod called the Repeater, which allows you to hold down the trigger instead of tapping for each burst, and the longer you hold down the trigger, the shorter the delay is between each burst. And for the Auger DMR, you get a mod called Double Tap that turns the weapon into a 2-round burst from a semi-auto. As for the LMGs, the Titan has an operator mod called Oppressor that allows bullets to slow down enemies, and as you can imagine, that is very helpful in zombies. Just like the operator mod for the Hades called crossbar, what this mod does is it removes ADS and replaces it with a more focused hipfire, as well as reduced hipfire bullet spread and increased movement when using the crossbar.
Damn it, this is my hallucination!
And for the VKM, you get a mod called Fat Barrel, which makes it easier to hit zombies because it shoots bigger bullets than usual. Now the mods for the snipers aren't the best. I mean, the one for the Koshka called Strelok, I believe it's called, just increases your hipfire accuracy while zooming into the scope. And the one for the Outlaw called Bolt Cylinder is alright since it turns the sniper into a 3-round burst from a single shot bolt action. You can also hold down the trigger for auto burst. So we are now down to the final 4 operator mods, the first one being for the Mazu called Skullsplitter, and this makes headshots always lethal. The next one is for the Strife, and it is called Stiletto Knife, which works exactly like the Bayonet, so faster melee with more damage. And this next one I don't even want to go over with because it's an absolutely garbage attachment, like no joke. Do not use the strobe light on the SG-12. It is a waste of 2 attachment slots and you're gonna regret it. Now for the final mod, we have the Dragon's Breath on the Mach 12. This operator mod changes the ammo on the gun to fire shells, so for basic enemies every shot will light them on fire, and for special enemies it does extra damage. Alright, well now that I have gone over all of the operator mods, let's rank them from worst to best. So coming in at number 18 is the Strobe Light, 17 is Strelok, 16 Fat Barrel, and now we're going to speed things up, 15 Echo Fire, 14 Quad Shot, 13 Bayonet, 12 Bolt Cylinder, 11 Dual Wield, 10 Double Tap, 9 Pentaburst, 8 Repeater, 7 Belt Feed, 6 Crossbar, and my top 5 are Stiletto Knife, Wildfire, Skullsplitter, Oppressor, and Dragon's Breath. I would give an explanation on the placements of each operator mod, but I've already done a crap ton of commentary, so I think I'll leave that for another video. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to drop a like as well as a sub. It honestly helps me out a lot. If you also have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.